Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Nabeela and you're listening to Reimagine Success on Substack, a space where we reimagine our relationship with work, success, and achievement. We explore the stories, the strategies, and struggles of leaders, high achievers, and everyday people who are redefining what it means to thrive across the domains of our lives. To those of you who are joining me for the very first time, I'm thrilled to have you here. If you enjoyed today's article, I invite you to stick around, subscribe, and be part of the conversation. And to my returning subscribers, welcome back. Before we jump into today's piece, I want you to think about someone from your past, a colleague, a mentor, maybe even a stranger, who said something to you that stuck, not in a loud, flashy way, but in that quiet, soul-nudging kind of way. For me, that person was Adam. In this week's Reimagine Success article, I'm sharing a story about rediscovering a letter he wrote to me over 15 years ago, which was tucked inside a book I had just opened. It's a story about faith, friendship, brain cancer, and the power of a single sentence to change the course of someone's life. This one's about legacy, the kind that doesn't come with titles or trophies, but the kind that lingers in our hearts and quietly shapes who we become. The letter I didn't know I needed. I was rummaging through my bookshelf the other day, the way you do when you're looking for something and find everything else instead. I pulled out an old book, The Faith Club, a gift from a colleague I received more than 15 years ago. It's a book about three women, a Muslim, a Christian, and a Jew, who began meeting after 9/11 to bridge the distance between their faiths and stories. It was already meaningful to me when I first received it, but what stopped me in the tracks wasn't the book itself, it was a letter tucked inside. The note from Adam. More than just a colleague. Adam was a colleague during my early days as a store manager at Starbucks, but to just call him a colleague feels too small. He's a philosopher, a seeker, a deeply spiritual person. He grew up a Christian, his father was a pastor, but later discovered his Jewish heritage and embraced it, converting formally. We connected deeply, especially during a time when the world was learning to navigate differences with fear instead of curiosity. In a post-9/11 world, we did something simple but radical. We talked. We talked about faith, about meaning, about identity, and we listened. There was something healing in that. Not loud, not dramatic, just two people exchanging truths over coffee and work. A gift and a seed. When I eventually moved on from that job, Adam gave me the Faith Club as a parting gift. But it was the letter inside that left the mark. In it, he thanked me for our conversations, but he also wrote something that, at the time, felt so far from who I believed myself to be. He said he believed I'd become an author someday, that I had a voice worth sharing, that I had something to say. I don't know that I fully received those words at the time, but they nestled somewhere quietly inside, and in the years since, others have echoed similar sentiments. Still, it was rereading Adam's letter that I found now, in the middle of writing my first book, that cracked something open. It reminded me of how powerful one sentence can be, one belief, one seed planted with no guarantee of bloom. Adam's battle with brain cancer. Adam and I don't speak in person, but I think of him and his family often, and I watch his story from afar. 8.5 years ago, Adam was diagnosed with glioblastoma, a rare and aggressive form of brain cancer, a cancer that is not curable. And yet, he continues to work, think, and write with astonishing depth. He's become a powerful advocate for others facing terminal illness, speaking candidly about morality, meaning, and what it truly means to live. Watching him now and reading his writing, I see the same clarity that I saw back then, the same ability to sit inside the mystery of things and offer something beautiful. And it reminded me again, this is what real success looks like. Not the metrics or the milestones, but the marks we leave on others' hearts. Success in the margins. In a culture obsessed with climbing, optimizing, and achieving, we often forget that some of the most impactful things we do aren't listed on a resume. They're found in the margins, in the letters we write, the kindness we offer, the belief we extend when someone else can't quite see it for themselves. Finding that letter reminded me that there can be a sacredness to the connections we make even in passing, even if it seems fleeting. We underestimate just how much power we have to build someone up or tear them down. Adam didn't just make an impression on me, he opened a possibility, one I'm finally stepping into. He was the first person to say, you have a story others will want to hear. Be someone's Adam. Because what Adam has done and is doing flies in the face of every award ever given, every corporate ladder climbed or title achieved. He's living life fighting and challenging a disease that is incurable. And not only battles for himself and his family, he battles for all those who have come before him and will eventually and unfortunately come after him. So if you have made it this far, do yourself a favor and follow and subscribe to Adam's Substack, LinkedIn, and everything else Adam writes, publishes, or shares. By doing so, you'll get to see the heart, kindness, and brilliance and insight that Adam selflessly offers the world. And whether you're slinging coffee as a barista or leading boards and research on brain cancer, you can also be someone's Adam. Plant a seed, take the time to instill encouragement, grant hope. You never know what it will blossom into. Until next time, friends, take care of yourselves and those around you. If you found this post to be helpful and feel so inclined, please hit the heart button at the top or bottom of the post so others can discover Reimagine Success. And don't be shy. Please let me know what you think by commenting. Your support means a lot in partnership.